Today's practice is going to be focusing on opening up the hips and hamstrings. I recommend having a block for this, but other than that, you're good to go with your mat. So I invite you to join me. We'll start in corpse pose today, slowly making your way down onto the back, stretching out the legs here. If that's uncomfortable, feel free to keep the soles of the feet down on the earth. And we'll start with a three-part breath here. So we're taking an inhale, filling up the lower belly, breath travels up to the chest, and then exhale it all out. Inhale, breath travels up the belly, through the chest and rib cage, and then exhale it all out. Last one. Inhale, up through the belly, chest and rib cage, and exhale it all out. From here, we'll take wind release pose, so hugging the knees into the chest. You can spread the knees as much as you need to make this feel comfortable. You could also grab behind the hamstrings or the top of your yoga pants here. And we're going to extend the legs out just a little bit here, taking an inhale. And then exhale, hug them back in. We'll keep doing that flow just like that. If you need to put one leg out instead, if that feels more comfortable, feel free to do so. So inhale, extending the legs out just a little bit. And then exhale, hug them back in. Couple more times. Inhale, kicking the legs out just a little. Exhale, hug them back in. Two more. Inhale, kick them out. Exhale, hug them in. Last one. Inhale, kick them out. And exhale, hug them back in. From here, I invite you to zip the knees together, sending the knees over to the right side, taking a supine twist here. Taking an inhale, and exhale it all out. One more inhale. And on the exhale, sending the knees back to center and then over to the left side. Taking an inhale. And exhale, release it out. One more inhale. And on the exhale, slowly push off of the ground to make your way back up into a seated position here. Getting warmed up here, take an inhale, arms up. On the exhale, we're twisting open to the right side here. Taking an inhale and exhale. One more inhale. And on the exhale, we come back to center, opening up to the left side, taking a twist. Inhale and exhale. One more inhale. And on the exhale, slowly walk the hands out into in front of you here. Waking up those hips. Taking an inhale. And exhale, side out. One more inhale. And on the exhale, we'll slowly bring the hands to behind us, opening up the chest. Chest lifts, zips those shoulder blades together. Lean back if it feels comfortable. Taking an inhale. And on the exhale, slowly coming back to a neutral position, we'll make our way into tabletop, or taking cat and cow. So knees are underneath the hips, hands underneath the shoulders. Taking an inhale here, drop the belly, gaze comes up. And exhale, round the spine, chin the chest. Inhale, drop the belly, gaze comes up. And exhale, round the spine, chin the chest. From here, I invite you to send the ankles over to the right side. So your legs are over to the right. And just play with taking that cat and cow with the legs over to the right side. Taking an inhale for cow. And exhale for cat, sending the knees back to center. Send those ankles over to the left side, cat, cow. Inhale. And exhale, cat. One more. Inhale, cow. And exhale, cat. Returning back to that tabletop position. This time sending the right foot back, getting a stretch up the back of the calf, maybe even the hamstring here. You can keep the foot down on the ground, or you can lift the right toes, lift the left hand. From here, we inhale, extending out, and exhale, crunch in. If you don't want to do this crunching motion, feel free to keep the foot on the ground and slide it back and forth. Inhale, extend. Exhale, crunch. One more. Inhale, extend, and we exhale, coming back to tabletop position. This time, left foot sends back, getting a stretch in the calf and the hamstring here. Taking an inhale, option to lift the foot, lift the right arm, or keep it down on the ground. Inhale, extend, and exhale, crunch. Inhale, extend, exhale, crunch. One more, inhale, extend, exhale, crunch. Coming back to the tabletop position, option to untuck the toes, sending the hips up to down dog. Pedaling it out here. Looking at the back of your mat, you're in an upside down V. And when you're ready, slowly begin walking into a standing forward fold. Bend the knees as much as you need to make this feel comfortable. From here, we'll root the feet down, hands come to our hips, slowly, slowly, slowly. Roll it on up, hands come down by your side, mountain pose. Taking a moment here to check in with yourself. Taking an inhale. And exhale it all out. And we'll do a couple of sun salves here. So we inhale the arms up. And we exhale, forward fold. Inhale, take a half lift, sliding the hands up the shins. Exhale, forward fold. Hands plant down, step through high or low plank. Slowly lower your body down to the ground. Pressing off the earth, inhale up through cobra. And exhale, sending the hips up to down dog, or feel free to take a child's pose. Slowly walking the feet to come to a standing forward fold. Root those feet down, inhale, rise all the way up to the top. Exhale, hands down for mountain pose. Try it one more time. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, hands slide up. Exhale, forward fold, step through high plank or low plank on the knees here. Slowly lower the body down to the ground. Inhale, pressing up through cobra. And on the exhale, untuck the toes, send the hips up to down dog, or option to take child's pose. Slowly walking the feet to meet the hands. Root those feet down, inhale, rising all the way up. Exhale, hands down for mountain. From here, I invite you to step out wide on your mat here. Gonna take a wide leg forward fold. So, bringing the hands to the hips, slowly hinge down, really working those hamstrings. Feel free to grab a block if you need to. Taking this wide leg forward fold. From here, I invite you to walk the hands over to the left foot. Feel free to use the block. And then slowly walk the hands over to the right foot. Great. From here, we're going to take a form of a triangle pose here. So slowly coming back up. Arms come into a T. You reach over to the right side, slowly bringing the hands down to the shin, the ankle, or block for triangle pose. Taking an inhale. And exhale it all out. One more inhale. And on the exhale, we'll come back up. Coming into a warrior two for a moment here. Inhale, chest is lifted. On the exhale, right elbow comes to the top of the right thigh, extended side angle. Taking an inhale, and on the exhale, cartwheel the hands down into a low crescent lunge here. Remember, you can use the blocks to help support you. From here, we're going to take lizard pose. So feel free to keep that back knee down, and then just turn your right toes out at a 45-degree angle here. Feeling the stretch in the outside of the hip. You can keep the knee down or feel free to untuck the toes here. If you're super flexy, you can bring the forearms down to a block or to the mat. Either way, whether the back toes lifted or the knees on the ground, feeling a stretch in that right hip. Taking an inhale. On the exhale, turn the toes back, forward. You're gonna come up to a lunge just for a moment, making your way into a standing forward fold. We'll super slowly roll back up, coming back to standing wide. On the mat, we'll take triangle on the other side. So go ahead and bring that block over, and we lean over to the left side here. Hand comes down to the shin, ankle, or block. Taking triangle pose, feeling that hip really open up. Taking an inhale, and exhale it all out. One more inhale. And on the exhale, slowly come up. We'll make our way into warrior two, bending that front leg. Arms are lifted here. Taking an inhale. On the exhale, left elbow comes down to the top of the thigh and reach here. Taking an inhale. And on the exhale, we slowly come back up to that warrior two and just cartwheel the hands down into a low crescent lunge. Knee comes down to the earth. From here, take those left toes and shine them open, 45-degree angle to the left side. Option to keep your knee down on the earth or lift it. You can bring your hands to a block or bring your forearms down if you're super flexy. You've got options here. Taking an inhale in lizard pose. And exhale it all up. Inhale, and on the exhale, bringing the toes back to a neutral position. You can come up on your toes if you like, or just make your way into a standing forward fold here. Bend the knees as much as you need to, feeling the stretch all in the hamstrings. And then we'll slowly make our way down into a ball, and go ahead and come onto your butt here. I invite you to take head to knee pose with me. So the left leg extends out long, right sole of the foot comes into the inner groin area. We lift up through the center, over to the left side. Taking an inhale. If you'd like more of a stretch, you can create a revolved twist here. Taking an inhale and exhale. One more inhale. And on the exhale, slowly coming back to center. This time the right leg extends out. The left foot comes to that inner groin area. I invite you to lift up and over to the right side, head to knee pose. Remember, if you need more of a stretch, lifting that left arm and twisting. If not, you're hanging with me. Taking an inhale and exhale it all out. One more inhale. And on the exhale, slowly returning to center. This time we send both legs out long to a straddle. You can bring the block in front of you if that's helpful, and just slowly walk the hands forward. Block can come underneath the chest or under the forehead, whatever feels most comfortable for you. If your fold doesn't look like mine, don't sweat it. Up here, still a fold in the straddle. Playing with pointing the toes. And invite you to flex the toes, pointing the toes, and flexing the toes. Great, slowly zip those legs back together. We're taking recline bound angle, so you can bring the soles of your feet together and slowly make your way down on your back. If this is super intense, feel free to bring the legs down on the earth and lay in corpse pose. In this recline bound angle, we're going to take a 4-part breath. So I invite you to bring the hands to the belly, or maybe one hand to the belly and one to the chest. We're taking an inhale to the count of 2, 3, 4, hold it, 2, 3, 4, and exhale it all out, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold it, 2, 3, 4, and exhale it all out, 2, 3, 4. Last one, inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, and exhale it all out, 2, 3, 4. Amazing. From here, I invite you to zip those knees back together. Soles of the feet are on the earth. We're taking recline pigeon. You have options. Left foot stays down on the earth. Right ankle crosses over the top of the left thigh, creating a figure 4 here. If this feels good, stay here. If you need more of a stretch, lift the left foot off of the earth and grab behind your left hamstring. If you're super flexy, feel free to straighten that left leg. Taking an inhale and exhale. One more inhale. And on the exhale, left foot returns back down to the earth, and we'll switch directions. So right foot comes down to the mat. Left foot kicks up in the air, crossing the left ankle over the top of the right thigh, creating a figure 4. You can stay here or lift that right foot off the earth, grabbing behind the hamstring. If you're super flexy, feel free to straighten that right leg. Taking an inhale and exhale. One more inhale. And on the exhale, right foot returns back down to the earth. Left foot returns back down to the earth, and we're taking happy baby. Kicking those legs up to the ceiling and drop your knees closer to your chest. Grab either behind your hamstring, on your yoga pants, or on the outsides of your feet here. Happy baby. Feel free to play here, maybe rocking side to side or extending one leg out and then bending it. Extending the left leg out and bending it. Maybe you extend both legs straight and then bend them. Hanging out in this happy baby. And when you're ready, you'll slowly bring the soles of the feet back down to the earth. Right leg extends out long. Left leg crosses over the body, creating an L here, taking a supine twist. If this is super uncomfortable, you can bend the top leg, or you can stack both of the knees on top of one another. Taking an inhale and exhale it all out. One more inhale. And on the exhale, slowly bringing the legs back to center. And we'll take it on the other side. Left leg extends out. Right leg creates an L, taking a supine twist. Taking an inhale. And exhale it all out. One more inhale. And on the exhale, we then return back to center. Giving yourself permission to rest as we lay here in our final resting posture of Shavasana. And when you're ready, begin just wiggling the fingers and toes to bring some awareness to the body. Slowly making your way onto your side, bringing the knees up into the fetal position. We'll take one more great big inhale. And on the exhale, slowly pushing off of the ground, making your way back into a comfortable seated position. From here, we inhale, bringing the hands up to the top, and exhale, bringing the hands down to heart center. Taking a moment to express gratitude to you and your body for all that it's able to do. Taking one more great big inhale together. And exhale it all out. Thank you for sharing your practice with me. I hope that the hips and hammies are feeling like they've gotten a little extra love.